Hello, everyone. Back to the Keep Indiana Learning and the InLearning Partnership Coaching into the Future live stream. Today, we're really excited to be talking about the ways that our work with teachers and for teachers has shifted as we have experienced the last 2 years of a real transformation in teaching and learning. And we're so excited to kick off today's event with Dana Hartzell from the Indiana Department of Education. Dana, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So I'm going to just go ahead and turn it over to you to take it away and share your vision of coaching into the future.
Thank you. Well, good afternoon. Welcome to my presentation on effective instructional coaching, a partnership between teachers and coaches. So as Lena said, my name is Dana Hartzell, and I am an elementary STEM specialist at the Indiana Department of Education. So instructional coaching is actually a particular interest of mine, as I am currently finishing up my master's at Ball State University in mathematics education, but I also have a focus on coaching in elementary and middle school. So after 17 years of teaching in elementary school in grades 1 through 6, I learned that I loved math, and I truly enjoyed helping other teachers learn to love it too. So let's take a look at why instructional coaching has become the newest buzzword in education and how it can create effective partnerships between teachers and coaches. So what is instructional coaching and why should schools implement it? Instructional coaches are staff members that are entrusted to provide ongoing professional development for teachers at various levels. So this professional development can be conducted at regular intervals over extended periods of time. The professional development is modified on the needs of the students and the teachers. Coaches are available to model research-based teaching methods. They're able to co-plan with individual or grade level teachers and teams. They're able to co-teach new strategies with teachers, and they can mentor new teachers in specific content, and they can build instructional capacity. So through the research that has been conducted recently by the IDOE for our early literacy and STEM priorities, we found that instructional coaching has made a great impact on teacher effectiveness and student achievement, much more than those one-stop shop workshops that we've all attended. There was a study done by Darling, Hammond, and Richardson in 2009 that looked at the traditional professional development model. This is the one and done format that has been regularly used by a number of professional development companies and schools. And they found that this made very little impact on instructional changes in the classroom. There was another study done in 2007 that showed that the effective professional development, in fact, needed to be ongoing and sustainable, allowing teachers to collaborate and learn from each other. In a study conducted by Campbell and Malkus, a 2-year implementation of instructional coaching showed a significant impact on student achievement. So when a school administration makes the commitment to engage in instructional coaching, a clear vision must be formed and communicated to all stakeholders. 3 essential questions must first be addressed. Number 1, what subject area or grade levels is the coach going to focus on? Number 2, what impact should the coaching have on students, teachers, and the corporation? And number 3, what is the role that the coach is going to play in achieving the goals of the school and the corporation? The answers to these questions need to be clearly defined and communicated to all stakeholders, and this includes the coach, the staff, and the administration. Support from administration will send the message to the staff that the coaching is valued and it will be utilized throughout the identified grade levels. Parameters for the coach's duties need to be identified before coaching is ever implemented. Can a coach cover a classroom in the event that there's no sub? Does a coach have a bus duty? Do they have recess duty? If the coach's time is to be protected for just coaching, This message needs to be sent from the very beginning. The vision that's created by the coach and the administration will guide the success of the work the coach engages in. So once a vision is clearly developed and communicated to all stakeholders, the next step is to create a framework for a coach's model. Coaches and administrators must be partners in developing this framework. The framework consists of three key components. The first one is content knowledge. Teachers need to have a deep understanding of the content knowledge that they are teaching. So therefore, a coach must help teachers translate standards into lesson plans. They can use planning and teaching practices to help teachers unpack standards, and then they can help them plan courses, units, and lessons. And they must prioritize what content to teach with the teachers as they are exploring these units and lessons. The second part of the framework is direct instruction. Coaches can model strategies for direct instruction, including questioning techniques, instructional activities and tasks, modeling activities, and many others. Coaches can also observe teachers in the classroom and give feedback on new strategies teachers are implementing, or make suggestions as to strategies that could be implemented to meet the needs of students. The third key component is formative assessment. Teachers need to know whether their students are learning the content being taught and whether each student's skills or disposition is being affected by the instruction. Coaches are able to help teachers develop, implement, and analyze formative assessment to guide instruction in their classroom. In addition to these three key components, coaches can also help teachers implement research-based strategies and practices, facilitate collaboration among staff, both at grade level and vertically aligned grade levels. They can observe classroom teachers and provide non-evaluative feedback, and provide interventions that promote change. So when we're looking at a coaching model, we can look at the work that was done by Jim Knight, including the 7 principles of instructional coaching. These 7 principles include equity and partnership, choice, dialogue, praxis, voice, reciprocity, and reflection. So it's important to note that instructional coaching should honor the professionalism of both coach and teacher as they collaborate as equals to achieve specific goals. Coaching is a partnership between teacher and coach. In pursuit of this, coaches and teachers must value each other's thoughts and benefits, understanding that in no circumstances does one govern over the other. Decisions must be made collaboratively. In this case, the coach has no authority over the teacher, and neither can make decisions for the other. Engaging in productive dialogue allows them both to explore and learn from each other, while neither may dominate the conversation. Once new strategies or ideas are agreed upon, they are applied by either the teacher or the coach or both in the classroom. Each member of the partnership has a voice, and both benefit from this collaboration. When new ideas and strategies are being implemented, reflection by both the coach and the teacher are key during and after implementation. So the coaching cycle consists of 5 basic steps. Many cycles out there we will see have a number of different steps, but many of them come down to focusing on these 5 basic steps. The first step involves the coach and the teacher gathering and reviewing data to get a clear picture of the current reality within the classroom. This can be done by formative assessments, by observation, but it needs to be targeted and focused within the classroom based on something that the coach and the teacher have identified as some targeted topic. So again, I said this can be done through assessment data, student surveys, or observations. Also, using this information, the coach and the teacher will identify reasonable goals that they believe are attainable. Again, these are reasonable goals that are attainable. These should be short-term goals for students, and they should be goals that are also agreed upon between the coach and the teacher. So setting this goal, again, refers back to the 7 principles. Both coach and the teacher have a voice and a choice in this process. Using high-impact strategies, the coach will work together with the teacher to meet the goal. This can take many different looks. It can include content planning, formative assessments. It can include research-based instructional practices. The coach can come in and can model new practices for the teacher in the classroom. They can discover new practices or strategies through co-teaching, co-planning, co-teaching together. The coach can provide group instruction if this is a grade level team that has identified the same goal. And the coach can also do a one-on-one demonstration to facilitate the implementation of new strategies within multiple grade levels or through a vertically articulated team per se. So once the new strategies have been implemented, the teacher and the coach work together to continue to gather data through formative and summative assessments and refine the practices until the data shows that the goal has been reached. So there are additional roles that an instructional coach may possibly take on. The first one is being the content expert. In this case, if it is identified that the coach is going to be an instructional content coach, such as possibly a literacy coach or a mathematics coach or a STEM coach, then the coach needs to be responsible for a number of different pieces, including content. He or she should probably attend professional development, possibly take classes, research relevant, research-based content and pedagogy. He or she can join organizations and should be knowledgeable about policy and curriculum trends within that content area. Coaches will also develop relevant and meaningful professional development at the school and district level. They can assist teachers in using resources from professional education organizations. They may possibly lead book or lesson studies, and they may support teachers in reflecting on practices. Coaches may also possibly help teachers engage in action research within their classrooms. Instructional coaches can assist with parent resources. They can help curate and create parent resources to be shared in newsletters, social media posts, and family nights. Assessment is also a substantial part of a coach's responsibility. Coaches work with teachers to gather and analyze and reflect on assessment data. They can guide teachers in identifying the goals based on data, and they can help teachers create summative assessments to meet the needs of each and every student, because this is essential in monitoring progress toward student achievement goals. And finally, coaches also can help schools and corporations evaluate and align and implement suggested curriculum and pedagogy to address learning and achievement gaps. Many coaches actually work directly with district leaders to identify and evaluate and help implement new curriculum. Coaches may possibly even work with support staff, such as resource teachers, EL teachers, specials, and speech teachers, to align their practices to the shared vision developed by the school and the district. So employing a coach within a school has significant benefits. There's no more one-to-one or one-and-done workshops. Coaching provides in-person professional development with continuous follow-up, resulting in increased implementation within the classroom. When teachers have a question about pedagogy, about instructional strategies, about how to teach, how to help students, they can go straight to a coach and they can receive professional development and assistance in a real-time manner. Topics for coaching, again, can be addressed by teachers and coaches when the conditions are right for everyone and the need arises. Real-time coaching addresses real-time issues. Coaches support teachers through positive conversations focused on growth and progress toward goals. So conversations are going to move away from the blame game and become more collaborative in nature. Teachers and coaches meet about common goals. They share celebrations, and they employ data and research-based strategies to move students toward success. So a number of studies have shown that coaching has been successful. The Virginia study by Campbell and Malkus, as referenced at the beginning of this presentation, saw a significant increase in student achievement after 3 years of implementing a coaching model in mathematics. Teacher beliefs significantly shifted from the traditional to the more conceptual. The 2004 Annenberg Foundation for Educational Reform also found that effective coaching encourages more collaboration and reflection among teachers and coaches, along with promoting a positive culture and increase the use of data by the teachers. And finally, Ben Carosa, Brick, and Dexter, in a literacy study in 2010, used a 3-year study on literacy coaches in grades K through 2 in 17 different schools. And as you can see from this slide, there were significant increases throughout the 3 years of student achievement from the implementation of coaches, leading to a 32% increase in student learning by the 3rd year. So there are many important considerations to note about the coaching relationship and process. Coaches are non-evaluative in nature, and they seek to work with teachers to grow their knowledge and improve student achievement. The first year of implementation of a coaching model should be focused on building relationships with teachers. The trust between teachers and coaches is the key to success of the coaching model. As pointed out at the beginning of this presentation, a strong vision must be developed, communicated, and supported by the administration. It may need to be reiterated throughout the year. Using formative assessment to identify goals, along with quality feedback from teachers and coaches, will pave the way towards attaining goals. And finally, most schools will see significant growth after 3 years of coaching implementation. So thank you for joining me today, along with our partner, Keep Indiana Learning, to discuss the aspects and benefits of instructional coaching within schools and corporations.
Dana, that was great. What a perfect way to start today's live stream about instructional coaching, to get that great overview of what instructional coaching is, really the plans for it in the state, and how we are able to capitalize on those educators who are so good that they need to be out of the classroom, really building the capacity of their fellow educators in the buildings in the schools.
Absolutely. We've got some great educators that are already in coaching roles, and we are looking to move some other educators into that. There are some opportunities for educators to receive some licensing in coaching. And while we understand that there is, the need to keep teachers in the classroom, there's also a need for this type of professional development to help guide teachers and to work with them, because many teachers are saying we need this one-on-one help. So, being able to get this into schools, and I will say many schools that we've talked to that have coaching models have said that this is really something that they're finding beneficial. So Indiana is really excited to engage in coaching models and to start gathering some data on it, because that's not really been done anywhere.
I think that's really fascinating, and I look forward to hearing more about what's coming out from the DOE in terms of the coaching, the support, the opportunities, and some of that data collection to really show how Indiana is leading the charge and transforming what teaching and learning, professional teaching and learning, looks like, not just in Indiana, but really nationwide. I think we're doing a lot of really creative work.
Absolutely. Yep.
Well, thanks, Dana. Thanks again to everybody watching. We are part of the InLearning Partnership. If you would like to share any of your thoughts, please tag us, hashtag InLearningPartner. We are glad to be partners with you. And up next, we've got a coach coming to share her experiences from the classroom. Thanks, Dana.
Thank you. Have a great day.